Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Commander Belay. Welcome back to another video of mine, and it's glad to be back. It's glad to be back now. Many of you that loyal subscribers that watch my videos a lot, etc. You would have known that I haven't really been regularly uploading in the past 10 days. Obviously, many of you know I have been away on holiday, recharged my batteries, fresh again, and it's annoying because I missed the Norwich game. The review, couldn't make it. Leicester, couldn't make a review. It was really frustrating. I couldn't make videos. I had so much content planned, but because of the holiday, I kind of had to put that away. My laptop internet connection was poor. I couldn't make long videos. I couldn't render them, and it was such a shame. But I'm back now. I allowed myself to come back now. I'm all back. I'm ready, and yeah. Regular uploads back again. Once every 1 to 2 days I'll be uploading. So it's good to be back. I'm happy to be back and back for you guys. But in this video I want to talk about two specific players, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Mason Mount. Now we know that Loftus-Cheek, he will be returning back soon. He had a massive Achilles injury. But before I do get into that, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new on here. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified for every time I do upload. And comment down below your thoughts. Who would you rather be seeing play in the midfield position further up forward? Would it be Mason Mount or would it be Ruben Loftus-Cheek? But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, this video is more of a Mason Mount versus Ruben Loftus-Cheek video. Now, I wanted to make this video clarify some stats, go over, be unbiased, be objective on the situation, and give different scenarios for you guys, because obviously we're going to be flexible. Lampard is very tactically flexible, but going to provide you some context. Now obviously Mason Mount, he scored 2 in the last 3 Premier League games. He's on fire form. He had a fantastic loan spell at Derby County. And Loftus-Cheek, on the other hand, he had a massive Achilles injury which he suffered at that pre-season friendly America, and he will be returning in 4 to 6 weeks time, much ahead of schedule, where he was due to return in November. But it looks like in the next 6 weeks he will be returning back to full fitness training. He's already in rehab right now. So yeah, we'll definitely want to make this video because it's definitely a question and something that I've seen on social media. I thought that'd be really interesting to bring up on. But let's go over the stats. Before I do give you guys my opinion towards the end of the video, I want to go over the stats, go over what you guys think as well, and really go deep into the detail. Now starting with Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek last season had completed 12 successful dribbles in his last 343 minutes of action, many in essential areas, and Loftus-Cheek is opening up space to launch Chelsea attacks. When he breaks the line, it creates room for the players at the time he was playing with, Eden Hazard or 2 teammates, to run 1 versus 1 at their markers. So will it be Willian, Pedro, Hudson-Odoi, which will be in the near future, or Christian Pulisic? Now Loftus-Cheek's willingness to run with the ball at his feet in the congested midfield is uncommon. No one else in the Premier League does so as often as him. His average of 3.72 successful dribbles per 90 minutes this season far exceeds the 1.78 and 1.77 of De Bruyne and Paul Pogba, which them two are regarded as the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League at this current moment in time. Many of the best world's dribblers operate in wide areas, but statistically Loftus-Cheek is outshining the Premier League's wingers and is by some distance the best dribbling central midfielder. Obviously, as the stat shows, the best central midfielders of the last season. Loftus-Cheek is also capable of some spectacular goals. 2 of his 5 goals in the Premier League this season have been struck from outside the box. While he has played much fewer minutes than many in the 2018/19 season, Loftus-Cheek is the most clinical finisher in the Chelsea team now that Eden Hazard has officially left. Now, those are just overview stats of what Loftus-Cheek achieved in the Premier League last season. Now obviously he was fantastic. Now the one issue I do have with Loftus-Cheek is he is slightly injury prone. Now it's not even the fact that he's out with a long-term injury, it's not just now, it was even last season. He had that back injury problem. He was out in the early parts of the calendar year, January and February. Even before that he suffered a couple of months at Crystal Palace. This guy has always been having little niggles, little injuries, etc. But hopefully after this injury he's learned to use his body in the correct way, understand what he needs to do with all the top doctors we have at the club. Hopefully he can put the injuries past him and he can now look forward and really enhance and achieve his world-class potential that he does have, in my opinion. Now obviously there's different scenarios when it comes to this. Like I said, Lampard is tactically flexible. He will not be using one formation under Sarri. He had to wait 6 months to tactically understand Sarri's system, understand what he had to do and how he had to play under Sarri. Sarri told him the strengths that he had, the weaknesses, and what he had to do to be able to play week in, week out for Sarri. He went away, he worked on that, and he really is shining on the attributes and the aspects to his games that are strong to him. It took 6 months to understand the tactical side of what he needs to do defensive work rate, all he needs to do attacking. He's your traditional world-class box-to-box midfielder, and that's what people forget. He's not your, natural number 10. He's very tall, very, very physical. He can dribble past 2-3 players. The way he lays it off passes, beautiful passing. He can score from outside the box. He can score from inside the box. He scored that from the versatility of his goals and the type of goals he scores. And he's a fantastic player to get you out of dribbles, his flicks, touches, the most clinical finisher that we do have at the club at this current moment in time. And he can play multiple positions, in the pivot next to Kante, in the pivot next to Jorginho, or in the number 8 position. Now, like I said, because of Lampard's flexibility, we won't be playing one formation. We can either play the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3. Now, with the 4-2-3-1 starting off with, a lot of people I've seen on social media were suggesting Loftus-Cheek should be playing at number 10. Now, I simply believe that, yes, he could play that position, but that's not his strongest position. I think that he would be wasted in that position. He's a box-to-box who likes to drive, really, really good stamina, physicality. He is your typical De Bruyne / Yaya Toure, Ballack type player where, he's a box-to-box. He likes to use his physicality, his body to basically outmuscle people, drive into the space, drive into the wide areas, etc. And it is shown from his statistics and how he handles the game. Now, for me, he's not your number 10. He won't be getting those extremely high assist numbers because he's not that type of player. He's more of a number 8. He's more of a player that works in pivot. So if we did have a 4-2-3-1, he'd be playing in the pivot either next to Kante or next to Jorginho. That's where I'd see him. And in that case, it leads me on to my next point where it wouldn't really be a debate of Loftus-Cheek versus Mason Mount because they're simply not the same players. Mason Mount will be playing number 10, who's more of a traditional number 8 / number 10. And he would be competing against Ross Barkley. In my opinion, that's not even a question. Mason Mount beats Ross Barkley easily. And Mason Mount has already shown his fiery form of 2 goals in the last 3 games. Has really shown his end product, his output, and why this guy is a top 10 at this football club. And it makes it even sweeter that he's from the academy. Now, that is regarding the 4-2-3-1. There's not much of a debate because obviously, like I said, Loftus-Cheek is not a natural number 10. He's more of a player that goes in the pivot. But if we do look on the other formation, which is the 4-3-3, this is where Mason Mount competes with Loftus-Cheek for the number 8 spot. Now, they're both natural world-class number 8s, or world-class potential number 8s, top talents, and this is where they'll be competing. Like I've shown you, I just read out Loftus-Cheek's dribbles, his shots, how many goals he scored, and what he achieved last season. Now, Mason Mount at Derby County had a very successful loan spell, in my opinion, scoring 7, so assisting 7, and he himself had an injury at the time. Now, if he didn't sustain that injury, I'm sure that he would have scored a lot more for Derby. However, under Lampard's system, he worked really well. Now, the benefit of using Mason Mount and the advantage for Mason Mount is that he worked on a Lampard previously. He worked on him last season, and even up until this date on the Chelsea, he has worked with him. Loftus-Cheek, he's still going for rehab. We don't know if he will be returning as the same player when he comes out from injury. So that is the advantage of Loftus Mason Mount. But for me, Loftus-Cheek has high potential. He has a higher ceiling than Mason Mount. He's shown it in the statistics, even in the academy when they're playing together. They're both top talents, and Mason Mount can thrive, and he can also be a top talent. He is a top talent. He potentially could have world-class potential. He's got that Kevin De Bruyne mould, the way he plays, his defensive work rate, high defensive work rate, winning back the balls, assisting, creating goals. His end product is on point as well, as we've seen this season and as it was at Derby. The way he runs into space as well. It's similar to Loftus-Cheek in that sense. There's a couple of different things. Like I said, his defensive work rate is much better. The way he moves around the ball, he's very quick, agile. So in that sense, it's really, really good. He's tall, which is a huge benefit to our team. But of Loftus-Cheek, he's got different attributes. Strong, physical, workhorse, moves around, dribbles past 3 players, drives into space, and I think that having these 2 in our team would be beneficial. Like I said, the only way that these 2 can play would be in a 4-2-3-1 in that pivot, having a Kante and Ruben and Mason Mount in a number 10 position, or if it was a 4-3-3, be Jorginho and the Regista, N'Golo Kante as a right centre mid, and you have Loftus-Cheek and Mason Mount compete for number 8. Being a number 8, you have to have duties of defending, not only going forward of scoring, assisting, creating chances, but also to be intercepting. Now, one thing that Mason Mount has a massive disadvantage, he hasn't created that many chances. Emerson has created more big chances. Interceptions rates are really low as well. His defensive work rate, even though it's quite high, he hasn't really been winning many tackles compared to Loftus-Cheek. So it's a debate that divides opinion. It's more about what you guys prefer. And like I said, in the 4-2-3-1 that Lampard plays, because he's flexible, it would be them playing together. But if it's 4-3-3, it would be them competing together when it comes up. But with us competing on all 4 competitions, all 4 fronts, they both will be getting plenty of time. But I want to hear what you guys think. Who do you prefer, Mason Mount or Ruben Loftus-Cheek. In my personal opinion, I prefer Ruben Loftus-Cheek, but both of them are top talents. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.